It's day one of BookTube-A-Thon. Ah! I'm really excited. I'm gonna vlog all week. I think I'm gonna post them like every other day. I don't know that I'm gonna have enough content for every day. Yeah. So, as you might have noticed, I moved! I'm very excited. I finally moved. My move was contingent upon a lot of like random outside factors, and I didn't actually know when it was gonna happen until like 2 days before it did, but that was great. Got into my new place. I'm very excited. There's boxes everywhere. Those are all books. Yep, all of that except the TV. I had to go to IKEA and buy some new bookshelves because most of the bookshelves I was using stayed at my parents' house, and so now I'm waiting for them to get delivered. They should be here sometime this morning, so that's exciting. Then I just have to put them together. That's basically what I'm doing today. Also, the internet guy is coming. Reading update. So the first BookTube-A-Thon Twitter sprints happened last night at like 11 p.m. my time. And honestly, I was too tired to do the whole thing, but I did like half, and so I read about 30 pages of The Watchmaker of Filigree Street, which was the first book that I'm supposed to be listening to, or not listening to, reading, because of the coin toss. And I really like the first 30 pages so far. It's very interesting. I don't really know what's going on. There's a guy who's a telegraph operator, and he mysteriously gets a weird pocket watch, and then he goes and tries to pawn it, and the pawn shop guy is like, oh no, I'm not getting fooled by that thing again. And he's like, excuse me? So the pawn shop guy doesn't take it, and he's stuck with his watch. And then there's a girl named Grace who is at Oxford. It's 1884, by the way, so she's cool. Studying science, and she also has a very interesting pocket watch, and that's all I know so far. Probably the two people will meet at some point and compare pocket watches. I don't know. I'm in a weird mood this morning. So what I'm going to do at the moment, I have to eat breakfast, and I'm just gonna kind of like sit around and wait for the IKEA delivery people and the cable person to show up. They're gonna show up sometime this morning, and then I'll wait while they do their things. And then later today I need to go to the library. I will probably put together at least one bookcase so I can start on that giant pile of books, because that's kind of the last thing I have to unpack. I have a lot of books, and so I'm going to read The Watchmaker Filigree Street. Today I changed my TBR a little bit. Instead of reading from Twinkle with Love, which I picked up last week instead, I decided I wanted to read a book that I could also listen to, because I'm doing a lot of unpacking this week, and it made sense to have something like that. So I am going to be reading / listening to this book. I don't remember the title. But it sounded really interesting, and I had an Audible credit, and I got the Kindle book for like $3, so yeah. I'll also be doing that today, and I don't know what else. I will update you guys later. Okay, I haven't heard from the IKEA people, so I'm assuming they're not coming in the next 10 minutes, so I'm gonna just sit here and read and eat until I run out of coffee, probably. I don't think you can tell, but you can certainly hear it's raining. See the little raindrops? Oh my goodness. It has been hot as, oh my gosh, here, like 112 degrees Fahrenheit a couple of days, and record-setting heat. Yesterday it was cooler, and it was like 98 degrees, which is like 36 or 37 degrees Celsius. That was cool. It is 72 degrees Fahrenheit. It is raining. It hasn't rained in weeks. It is amazing. It's this beautiful, gentle soaking. It's like the right kind of rain. Oh, I'm just so excited. And it just makes such a lovely morning for the first day of BookTube-A-Thon. I can drink my coffee and listen to the rain and feel the cool air, and it's fantastic. So I finished eating breakfast. I am still drinking coffee. I am drinking all the coffee today. Check out my fancy side table. It's a box of books on top of another box of books on top of another box of books. We're using what we got. I have read another 30 pages of my book. I'm really liking this a lot. It has the same kind of like magical, lush writing that the Bedlam Stacks had, which makes sense because it's Natasha Bully. But like, this was an earlier book, so I wasn't sure. Sometimes a writer's earlier work is a little less skilled, but so far it's fantastic. It's kind of intriguing. There's so the telegraph operator learns about a threat from some Irish nationalists to blow up government buildings in London. And the months pass and everybody's really tense, and then they think maybe that everything has gone okay, and they're all at the clerks and stuff are like at a pub celebrating the fact that they didn't blow up that day. And Thaniel, the main character, has this watch, and it hasn't opened and it hasn't worked, so he's not sure. Like, it was weird, it just showed up in his apartment one day and he's very confused, but he's been carrying it around. And that morning it started to work, it opened, and he gets this slip with the watchmaker's name and address on it, and he's like, okay, that's interesting. And they're in the pub, and the watch starts to go off, and like as a siren, and he runs outside because he's embarrassed and his watch is making a weird noise, and then stuff blows up, and he's not hurt or mostly because the watch. So he goes immediately to find the watchmaker, who's a Japanese man, and that's kind of where I am. But it's very interesting, and like clearly there's some kind of magical realism. There's a clockwork octopus that's like a pet, and it's the best. I haven't met our young Oxford undergrad yet again, but I'm sure we'll get back to her. So it's just really lovely. I'm sitting here in this chair. I opened my window. It is 73 degrees outside, and so I turned the AC off because I had it set to like 74 anyway. And I'm just like letting my apartment air out, and I'm enjoying the sound of the rain. Occasionally there's like a thunder rumble. It's so lovely. The weather has not been this nice in like literally months, so super enjoying it. Great way to kick off BookTube-A-Thon, just like with a sleepy, rainy, cool morning. Really happy. And so I'm gonna go back to reading now. I got my boxes. Yeah. So now I have to put them together. And sometime in the next 3 hours, I am going to have an internet person come and internet. I realized that I don't have my audiobook downloaded and I don't have internet. So yeah, hopefully the internet person comes sooner rather than later so I don't waste lots of valuable reading time. But I guess I'll just listen to music and put some stuff together so I can get rid of that giant pile of boxes because it's getting annoying. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Oh, where am I in my book? Oh, I actually read quite a lot. I'm on page 132. It's very interesting. I'm enjoying it a whole lot. I'm nearly halfway through, so I'll definitely be able to finish it today, which is great. So the directions recommend that I have a friend, so that's encouraging. Look, I did it! I'm so proud of myself. This thing was like ridiculous, and there were a lot of screws, and I actually have like a blister in my hand from the screwdriver because I'm pathetic like that, and now I'm kind of terrified of the bookcases. So hopefully they're less complicated than this little guy. It's so pretty though. I'm very proud of myself. We're great friends, and I only messed up like 3 or 4 times, so that's cool. The internet guy will be here soon, so I'm gonna kind of like clean up my mess a little so he's not like thinks I'm weird or whatever. And it's noon and I'm still not reading, so yeah. Okay, the lighting in my kitchen is very strange. I am making lunch. I have internet. I'm so excited. I haven't done any reading since my last update. I'm about to cut an avocado because I'm having tacos for lunch. So I'm just kind of letting the tacos finish cooking. I'm heating up the tortillas. I have to cut the avocado, and then I will do some more reading. So I will see you guys after lunch. The lighting here is also bad. Yay! I don't know. This is my desk. There's the giant window behind me, so that's why everything's white. I really should go get my tripod and not hold the camera. That's all shaky, but whatever. So I finished my lunch. It is actually not very much later. It's 2:30 now. and I am going to try to build both of my IKEA bookshelves so I can get all of my books on the shelves, words, partly because I'm tired of looking at a pile of boxes, partly because I want to take my books out of the boxes, and partly because I can't do any of the video and Instagram challenges until I get the books out of the boxes, so I need to get that done before the light goes away so that I can actually do something. So yeah, today might not happen, but I kind of really want to do both of today's challenges, and I don't know if I want to do them every day. So anyway, so this is the audiobook that I'm going to read. I couldn't remember what it was called. So it's called A Curious Beginning. It's by Deanna Rayburn, and it's like a mystery / Victorian kind of story, and it's the first of a series. It's been in my wish list for a really long time, and I got, like I said, the Kindle book for like $2 or $3. And so I don't always love listening to audio, but it seemed like a good thing to do while I'm like putting bookshelves together and unpacking and stuff. So if I get sick of reading, like listening to it, I can just do it on the Kindle. So I wanted to wait and download it over Wi-Fi. So anyway, I am just gonna kind of get rolling with that. I will tell you more about the book when I remember more, because I don't. And I'm going to build some bookcases now. I thought about doing the like fun time-lapse thing because I actually kind of enjoy those, but I film on my phone and I don't want my phone to be that unoccupied for so long, and also I don't want to like wear the battery down because it'll take like a lot of hours. So you can see the after. Ready, go. And do a before and after at the very least. So here's before. We have piles of boxes and a chair that's also under boxes, and we have a TV and a yoga mat, which will be used for fun things later, and then we have a TV stand that's not in the right place, and look at my pretty internet modem gateway thing. It's called a gateway. It's very fancy. And then we have some bookcases. Ready, go. So I put together one bookcase and filled it, and then I got really tired and kind of started to get a headache, and so I did a workout, and that was helpful. I feel better now, and now I need to take an Instagram picture because by golly I'm gonna do the Instagram challenge for this thing today. While I put the bookshelf together and stuff, I listened to about an hour of my audiobook, and I am really liking it, although I don't really know where it's going so far. The narrator bugs me a little bit. Her masculine voice is kind of fake. So anytime the guy talks, it's like very husky, and you're like, I don't think he sounds like that. But not annoying. So I have kind of a low tolerance for narrators. I'm kind of picky, so that's just me. So right now I'm going to get some food, and I have to take a picture. Then I'm gonna get some food and do some more reading. I want to keep reading my Watchmaker of Filigree Street. I'd like to finish that today. I totally could. And we'll see what else I do. So I was legit carb craving, and I decided to make pancakes because that's all the snack food I have right now because I just moved. And I made the pancake, and I poured the pancake into the pan, and then I remembered that I don't have a spatula. Or at least I do have a spatula, but it is not at my apartment. So I am now going to try to flip it with this kind of spatula. I don't think it's going to work. I think I'm going to have a broken pancake. I should have made a little pancake. Okay, I'm going to put the camera down because, yeah, it broke. So now I have pancake crumbles and pancake. Hopefully it will be delicious. It's 10:30. I don't know what my hair is doing. Whatever. So I finished the Watchmaker of Filigree Street. Yay! So we started BookTube-A-Thon off on a good note today. I was like busy and did stuff, which is kind of exciting. I really liked it. It had the same kind of feel as the Bedlam stacks. I'll probably talk more about it later when it's not 10:30 and I have a brain and stuff, but 4.5 stars. I don't know if I liked it quite as much as the Bedlam Stacks, but it was very interesting. And it turns out one of the main characters in this story makes a kind of like cameo guest appearance in the Bedlam Stacks, which is really cool. There were a couple of little like references that this character made to things that we like actually learn about in the Bedlam Stacks. So that was kind of cool just to see that crossover. So the two stories definitely take place in the same kind of world. I mean, it's our world, but it's just like a little bit stranger than our world. I need to go to bed now, so I will see you guys tomorrow. I can't figure out the light in this apartment. Whatever. Good morning, or afternoon now. It's 1 o'clock on Tuesday. I haven't done a whole lot today, and nothing that seemed worth vlogging. So I got up kind of late. That was nice. And then I just like had breakfast, and I did my workout, and I did a little bit of reading, and that's kind of all. I decided to pick up European Travels for the Monstrous Gentlewoman next. I am really excited to read this, first of all, and also it's 700 pages long, so I figured I should probably get started. If anything derails me, it's actually probably not going to be this one. I have a feeling it'll be Nevernight. It might take me 2 days to read this, but that's fine because one of the books I'm planning to read is a novella, and the other one I was thinking about a graphic novel, but I could also reread or pick up the first book in the series by Lloyd Alexander, which the title of I cannot remember, The Black Cauldron or something. I've been wanting to read that series. I've read the first book once or twice, but I have all of them now. And I've been meaning to read that, and that's like a middle grade, and I can read it in an hour or two, so I can read those two. I can read like 2 books in one day. It's what I'm trying to say. I'm not worried if this book is going to take me 2 days to read. I am 50 pages into this, so the story is just kind of getting rolling. It's quite a long story. It has a lot of all of the things I liked about the first book that made me want to read the second book are here. The synopsis is that, so in the first book, which is The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter, Mary Jekyll's mother has just died, and her father passed away when she was a child, and she is kind of left penniless. And one day, as she's going through her mother's papers, she sees reference to some kind of payment being made for as she's going through her mother's papers, she finds some evidence that her mother had been making some kind of payment for Hyde, and Mary is hopeful that this information will lead her to information about the whereabouts of Mr. Hyde, who, as far as she knows, is just a man that her father knew who's a murderer. There's a reward out for him. So she takes the information to Sherlock Holmes and starts to investigate, and it turns out that it's not Hyde, and the story kind of goes from there. I really like this kind of like fantasy what if imagining of late Victorian London. So a lot of most of the main characters are literary or are like related to literary figures. So we have references in the first book to Frankenstein and to Rappaccini's daughter and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, obviously, to Sherlock Holmes, and several of the major and minor characters in some of these really well-known books have made their appearances. In the second book, Mary is written to by her old governess, who's now Mrs. Mina Harker, from the Dracula stories, and is asked for help. So they go on a trip to Europe, and I am super excited about that. They're just kind of getting started. Really, the like inciting incident just happened. It's a long book. We've got some time. So super fun. It kind of makes me want to go back and revisit some of those stories that have been referenced, like Jekyll and Hyde, the Sherlock Holmes stories, Frankenstein, Dracula. So maybe I'll do that next week. But anyway, that is my update. I did decide I think I'm gonna do a vlog I'll post a vlog every 2 days, because this is probably not much more than what you're gonna get today, this afternoon, I'm just going back to my parents' house to kind of clean up and pick up some more stuff, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do some more reading. So I'll see you guys later. Good morning, it's Wednesday. So the only footage I have from yesterday is the clip you just saw. So I'm gonna make this a Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday vlog. As you can see, I am very organized and totally know what I'm doing this week, which is great. I just ran a couple of errands yesterday, and I went back to my parents' house to pick up some stuff, and just was gone for 8 hours. I listened to some of my audiobook, A Curious Beginning, so I'm about halfway through that at this point. But I didn't really do a whole lot of reading, and like I said, I didn't really vlog because I didn't really have anything to talk about. So I did read a little bit more of European Travel for the Monstrous Gentlewoman. I am 130 pages into it right now. So my goal today is to finish this, and that's kind of all the plans I have. I really would like to just kind of sit and read. I think I need a kind of chill day. I've just been going for the last week, and if I don't slow down, I'm not gonna feel well, so I need to slow down. Other things that I might do today include assembling this bookcase, that one, and putting all of the books on the bookcase because I'm tired of the books being in a pile in boxes, because that's annoying. Yeah, that's sort of I don't know, I'm gonna play it by ear. I need to do some cleaning because it's been a week now. Why does stuff get messy so fast? It's really not fair. Yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of be around. I'll probably check in and out all day. I'll let you know what's going on. Hopefully this will be a slightly interesting reading vlog. I don't know. I should probably think about an August TBR, but I don't know what I'm gonna read. We saw that. How many books did I read from my July TBR? Probably not all of them. I don't even remember. So maybe after BookTube-A-Thon, and I'll put it up late. That's a good idea. So I will check in later. So it's 2:30 now. I went to the grocery store and picked up a couple of things that I needed, and then I came back and I had lunch and cleaned up the kitchen because it was a mess. I've also read about 100 pages of my book. I'm on page 230, and I'm really liking it. It's just such a fun story, really interesting. The characters are really nice. I've been laughing out loud. It's super great. So my goal today as far as reading goes is just to finish this. I'm reading about 50 pages in 30 minutes, so 100 pages an hour. The font is pretty big. It's a quick read for me. So I have about 4.5 or 5 hours of reading left, but I think I can finish that today. So that's that. I think what I'm going to do now, I'm feeling kind of more awake after eating and having some coffee and stuff, and so I'm going to put together my bookshelf, so at least I have, maybe I'll put the books on it, I don't know, but I'm at least gonna put the bookcase together. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, and yeah. So update, I got the bookshelf built, hooray! Then I started deciding what to do with all of my books, and then I got tired. And so now I have a really gigantic mess. It actually looks better from this angle than from the other side of the apartment. Some of it's just trash that I need to take to the recycling, but yeah. So I'm gonna take a break and do some Twitter sprints and, finish later. So I'm doing Twitter sprints, and we're doing a scavenger hunt, and it's super fun. And here's all of my things so far. There they are. Whee! Now I have to move that pile of books because it's getting in the way of my grid, except that's a problem because that's the one pile of books that I don't know where I'm putting yet. So that's fun. But the scavenger hunt has been really fun, even though I have pretty much done nothing else. I started kind of putting my books on the shelf again because I felt like I needed to be slightly useful in between scavenger hunting. So yeah, that's how the afternoon is going. Should I be reading? Yes. Am I? No. Well, here's my final grid for the scavenger hunt. So that was super fun. I actually ended up being more organized now than when I started, so that's a nice side effect, because usually these things make things more messy, but I'm getting places. So that's my pile of boxes that are empty, so that's exciting. So I'm gonna put these away now, and then I'm probably gonna just like chill out and eat for a little bit, or eat in a little bit, and do some more reading, because I haven't done any reading for the last 2 hours because I've been scavenger hunting and it was super fun and I really enjoyed it. So thanks to Books and Lala for doing that on Twitter, and yeah, I need to do some reading now and put these books away. Hi guys, so it's nearly midnight. Ooh, that light is really bright. Hang on. Better. So it's nearly midnight, and I am just gonna kind of wrap things up and head to bed. So I am basically a little more than halfway through my book now. I reached volume 2, or part 2, or whatever. I kind of, like, my thoughts haven't changed. It's just like a cute, fun story that I'm really enjoying, and I can't wait to read the rest of it tomorrow. I just need to actually take some days where I do more reading than anything else. So that hasn't really happened, but I think I'm finally at a place kind of with my apartment where things are a little bit more settled. I was just, wanted to like actually get stuff out of boxes. I still have a little bit of unboxing to do, but mostly I'm done, and my like main living space is doing pretty good. So that's super exciting. So I think the next couple of days I'll be less busy and able to do more reading. Hopefully it will all work out. So the plan is to finish this and then read Breakfast at Tiffany's tomorrow, and then tomorrow's Thursday, I don't know what day it is, and then Friday I'll kind of assess and see where I am, and decide what to do about my TBR. I might switch out the Seven Husbands for a shorter book. There's a couple of I want to start the I can't remember what the series is called, but the first one's the Book of Three. This is the awful cover. And it's like a 5-book series, so I could start the first couple of these, and read those instead of the other ones, and that I could read both of those in one day. So anyway, that's kind of the plan. I am going to bed. I'm also going to end this vlog. I'll edit and upload it tomorrow. That's Thursday. And so anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you had some enjoyment about me freaking out about my book collection, which is basically all I did. And I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye. Before we go, look, oops, that's my smoothie glass. It's so pretty, and then there's the box. Anyway, I'm super excited. Also, totally love this reading nook. It's pretty fantastic. It's really nice to just have everything like all set up, and the floor is all clean, and it's fantastic, and yay. All right, see you guys tomorrow.